PCP.
I just caught you. I caught you this week.
Oh, fuck! I just realised, you son of a bitch. Rapping to the Wu-Tang.
Got the 5 fingers, man. Right, I got a joke. It's not very good. This girl invited me to her house saying nobody was home. I got there. Nobody was home.
Did you hear about the winner of the Russian beauty contest this week?
No.
Me neither.
Actually, I was on completely unrelated to that topic. I was on the phone to Holes earlier discussing the Mind Goblin.
Huh?
Speaking to Holes about the Mind Goblin.
The what?
Didn't know she'd Mind Goblin my balls.
I'll let you off because we're blood.
Got him.
Oh, no. Right, fuck.
Go.
I got a good button for that, actually. What, Reg, I think you need to do is...
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
Yeah, cheers, Will.
That was a thing, wasn't it?
That certainly was a thing. Shabbat shalom, holla holla, bling bling, and Hebrews, Shebrews, Weebrews. How you doing? Marlon, we're back.
We are back again, bringing a fire.
Before this episode has started, I have not laughed this much. I feel ashamed that you couldn't hear what we're talking about. But maybe it'll come out later. A few more beers, Carl, see how we go.
Hold tight.
I'll sign a disclaimer before we start.
Oh, man. Right, Marlon, before we get really into this, should we just start with a quick bit of admin before we get too involved?
Obviously, merch restock. Look at the fucking website. It should be live now. If it's not, I'm a useless cunt. Patreons.
Wow, shout out to you all. Thank you very much. Every week, it seems to be going up and up and up. We are affording to buy new stuff, slowly but surely. We're getting there.
We're not on any of the new gear yet. But the new gear is here.
Yes.
We just need to do some prep work.
It's going to take a hot minute to get it all working. Marcus, we're saying making the new gear sound like it's hard work. Oh, yes, we've got this new gear and I've got to test it all. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, no, so really appreciate you guys for that one, definitely. Thank you very much.
If you're on the Patreon, you're on the fucking Discord.
Discord has been lit this week. Not only some of the memes, but just some of the absolute waffle that has been going on there. Who was it that sent in? Oh, sorry if I can't remember who you were because so many people on there now. Somebody sent in. It was a website, and it was how hard you could slap Will Smith. No, it was Will Smith because it was April Fool's. Then you click back and it's like, just kidding. Here's Chris Rock. And it would like rate you like what was it like in kilometers per hour?
It was send help. It was
send help. Oh, I had the most fun on that. 68 kilometers per hour. I slapped him.
Goddamn.
Keep my wife.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
And then the YouTube. Don't be a useless cunt. There was 4 people last time that fucking subscribed.
Hey, well,
just subscribe. It doesn't cost you nothing. You don't even have to fucking watch us.
I thought that was... I saw the fucking emails popping off to let us know we had subscribers. I thought we did quite well, personally, but obviously not.
No, we need 1,000.
Okay, right, what, to get monetised?
Yeah.
All right, so if you could please all go over and subscribe to us.
We're not money-grabbing cunts, but we kind of are.
If we can make 3 pence a video, that'd be fucking great, seeing as Marlon's spending like 3 hours uploading each fucking video.
Yeah. I had a nap when I was doing the last one earlier.
What? No. You took a sleep in the middle of the day, mate?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
I swear you're half Spanish.
Where's Marlon? 4 o'clock. Siesta time.
No, it's so close.
And one more little bit. I really want to talk to everyone about my Spanish thing, but I really can't because I sound like a cunt.
Oh, you can, but just tread very lightly.
Right, because I'm a lazy cunt. I got a cleaner.
Mate,
No.
so
She's
jealous
Spanish.
of you.
Shut up. What's the batty like?
I haven't seen her yet. 'cause
I watch
Spicy.
I watch a lot of those videos actually on the internet.
Did she get stuck in the washing machine or no?
Not yet.
Hey,
Maybe next
Mr.
time.
Marlowe, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
Mr. Marlon, no.
Oh no. Mr. Marlon.
I'm just waiting for her to ask me for some lemon
I'm
pledge.
just waiting for her to listen to this fucking podcast.
Yeah, we love you. Thank you.
It's not like you haven't got fucking merch all over the house. Well,
Oh no, it's secluded to one room, and she's not allowed in that room.
She's not. Do not go in this room. She got Snapchat or no?
I'll find out.
I can't believe you've got a fucking.
Oh mate, I'm lazy. Chief's not lazy. Chief just works a lot.
No. I got a cleaner.
Oh,
Mine's not Spanish, but I've got a cleaner.
Right.
We sound Tory as fuck here, don't we?
I'm actually.
Get your hamper out.
I'm actually on about getting a cleaner.
That's because of the same reasons what you just said, Marlon. You just need someone when you're doing all them hours.
just come in, dust
Quick
over.
whip round, like.
That's it.
How I do it is I put a price on my free time. I'm like, do I like with this what I got going on the house at the moment? Am I going to get up there and rebed all those hip tiles with somebody that sort of half knows what they're doing, or do I value my free time that much a day? Do I like value my free time at £300 a day for my builders to be out there doing it themselves? I'm like, well, yes, I do. I just rather I pay someone else to do
Start
it.
off with though, I was sort of treading carefully and like being like courteous. Now I don't give a fuck. I leave my shitty pants all over the floor. I fuck the fleshlight and just leave it on the side. I should clean that up.
It's all run out the bleed valve at the bottom, like a wanked out grease gun.
I come back and it's all just magically cleaned up. Like
I see the fairies have been.
One last point. This episode is obviously sponsored by Bear Hunter.
Oh yes,
Go and check them out. Their website. Use our code ITDH for 10% off your whole fucking order every single time.
what are you enjoying at the moment, Marlon? I'm enjoying a Berliner. Berliner. I don't know how
Berliner.
you pronounce it. Fucking delicious stuff.
Berliner
It's
Pilsner.
really light pilsner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Just
quite
give
nice
it-
actually.
Quite nice, actually. That you'll never be able to say that without saying it in that way, if you
No.
know what I mean. But yeah, shout out to Beer Hunters. Yeah, the sponsor of this.
what have I got? Erdinger.
You got an Erdinger as well, you know,
More
Carl?
Erdinger now, Drive.
Oktoberfest. I have a sudden urge to engineer something to kill some innocent people.
Which button? Which bit? Is that button?
Your life,
Or is it that button?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
A few more, he'd be working on the V2 rocket, you know what I'm saying? Which is, in fact, the only weapon to have killed more people in the making of it than it was used in an act of war. All right? I really should do a history podcast, shouldn't I? Anyway, shout out to...
What happened in
let me
1066?
fucking do this ad read, all right? Jesus Christ. Sponsor this podcast. Like, they're actually going to promote us at any point or not.
Go.
Shout out to Beer Hunter, the sponsor of this podcast, the UK's #1 craft beer seller, selling over 350 beers from around the world. 350. Delivering them direct to your door. Use whose code?
Our code.
And what is that code?
ITDH.
For 10% off your fucking order. I've seen a lot of people buying from Beer
I
Hunter
have as well,
recently.
actually.
Yeah, so shout out to you guys, means a lot. Helps us, helps them, makes the fucking world go round, keeps us oiled in the doghouse. They've been recently, actually, Beer Hunter have been very generous to us, haven't they? They have sent us an obscene amount of beer.
There's a lot of piss there.
There is a lot of, but the beer fridge is actually bursting at the seams. I've had to like move stuff around and balance things
We're
on
gonna
top
have
of
to
things.
extend studio.
We're trying our best.
Yeah, it's a hard job, but someone's got to do it.
Cheers.
I always say they have that German knock to them, them beers, don't they? You know what I mean?
Them thick boys.
Right. So, Kyle.
Tom.
Obviously, you've already gathered that Snaker's on this episode. Kyle, you've not been on with us before.
I'm losing my virginity in a doghouse. I've been in there many a time.
But yeah,
Many a time. Many a story from a smoky World Cup semi-final.
Yes.
Sir Reg putting the insulation up and you're like, fuck me, it's hot up in here. Like, well, you're in the attic, you cunt. But like, insulation's it's 8 inches thick and Reg's there a sweater like a sweaty Anne Frank coming out of the attic.
Right, so we always do the same thing with everyone who comes on the podcast. You probably know. Guest questions. What's your go-to drink, mate?
No hate here, but likes a pint of Stella Artois, don't
Oh, that's fine. I thought you were
your
going to say
wife,
Carlin, and I was going to ask you to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I? He drinks piss.
Stella, then. Have you tried the new Stella Unfiltered? Me and Snake were on about this last week.
I have seen this, but
Green
I haven't.
boys.
What's the difference?
I don't know. It's just is it hazy?
It's only slightly cloudy, but it's back 5%.
Oh,
The green's 5%. So it's basically what we had before it was
fucking
shit.
neutered. Yeah.
Same
Former
with down.
Grosh, yeah.
Before it was politically correct. It's like you pop the lid off, you drink the first bottle, and I just leave the house. Leave the house.
It's about to go down.
Another one of these.
Right arms going.
See someone walking down the street in a hijab, you're like, let her. No, mustn't say it.
It's nice piss.
So, do you prefer a night in or a night out?
I'm guilty of a night in. Depends where a night out is.
Oh, it's up to you.
It's one of those ones. Go out for a couple. Like, as you know, I've never ever gone out for one.
No, neither have I.
Every time we go out, I'm the last person there, last one at the bar.
First one in, last one out the club.
Like we did there.
Next day. Next day for work, banging head, regretting it.
Name out your fucking mouth!
How many Will Smith references can we get in this fucking episode? It's going to be so outdated by the time this comes out, but I just don't care because I'm enjoying it. So talk to me. What's your night in? What's your night out looking like? Just in general.
Night in, lie in front of the telly, falling asleep at 8:30 on the settee, because that's what happens as you get old.
Literally, that's all I've done this week.
'Cause I woke up the other day and I magically turned into 26. I just got old overnight.
Yeah.
Or, I'll tell you how I know we got old, because night outs involve quizzes now.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Do they not?
That's a certain age.
Just rang him up. Shag.
What? It didn't start that way, did it? It
No,
started full-blown war in the forecourt in the garage.
Shag, how's he coming to a pub quiz tonight? Expecting him to go, fuck off, you yeah.
Fuck me,
You said
yeah.
the time when I'm there. All right. And I left Reg in charge of the quiz team name.
Yeah.
So he's
Well,
going for all the quiz team
Well, I'll
names.
tell you what, I'll quickly read out the quiz team names that I gave Snaker. Let me just see if I can.
Oh, God.
Oh, here we go. So some of the quiz teams I sent to Snaker were the Quizlamic State, Crouching Woman Hidden Cucumber, Universally Challenged, the Quizlamic Jihad, My Mates in the Corner, Quizlamic Fundamentalists, Jill Dando's Doorstep Challenge. For anyone that is too young to understand that, that's fucking evil. I really feel bad for that one.
That'll be on Google.
And Quiztima Aguilera. Uncle Fritzl's Naked Puzzle Basement.
Oh, shit.
Operation U Tree. But the winner, according to Snake, being that I gave him about 20 to pick from, was Michael Barrymore's swimming team.
It's the way the quizmaster every round has pissed ourselves. Every round he read it out.
Are we allowed to say the question that we just all started pissing ourselves? If we don't, we can cut it out.
Mamalete sete omba. So fucking
hell.
I tell you what, it's not. It's a serious matter. This quiz is. There are some hardcore quizzes in there, aren't there?
Fucking
There was.
hell.
We had. I think we waded in straight in with a 3.5 out of 10 on
Yeah.
the pitch round. There was people. They were going straight. What was the team in the corner? I think it was three nerds and the Virgin, wasn't it? For a bonus point, have any of you ever located a clitoris on there? Yes, we seen you in the corner, you cunts.
What was it? The other quiz name that was fucking brilliant was Elton John. Elton John's good on the piano, but he sucks on the organ. That fucking
The
killed
worst
me.
bit about them, that quiz team that you're on about, they walk away with it every fucking month, right? They take all the prize money, they come in, walk to the bar. Yeah, we'll have 4 orange lemonades, please. For fuck's
Thing is, the
sake.
pub's making no
you
money
like,
out of
bing
that, so it's
bang.
just like cunty as fuck.
There's,
You know what I
there's
mean?
us in the middle. Yeah, the quizmaster actually walked over to
Oh,
us. didn't
Chalky come over at the end.
He goes, Shag, thank you so much for coming tonight. You've made my fucking night.
Well, for some reason, I got bollocks off of 3 pints of Stella, and he asked the question, he's like, "Oh, what do you call an unbiased government worker?" And I went, "Cunts!"
Correct answer was civil servant. Very, very close though.
It went very, very quiet for like a split second. I was like, over the line, then everyone went. Yeah, so that was
pub quizzes is our hobby now.
every month down there. We were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go down there and clear up." We come fourth, Shag, at like 6.
And we give him the last score. We had like 3. He's like, so what's your score? 7.
He was like, "That's a 7."
You jumped up to 4th place.
Not that it meant anything.
Right, last fucking guess question. Most mental thing that happened on a night out.
It's got to be the quiz, Shag.
Oh God. Quiz is up there. Don't get me wrong. Quiz is up there. Don't get me wrong. Most mental thing that's happened on my out. It's made me really think though. I'm struggling to think of anything remotely. Like we've all come home with traffic cones, a gnome, someone's garden furniture. We've all loaded the barbecue up and bought it home and like that. You know, we've all jumped out of a taxi halfway in from Bristol, long shooting plane. €100, yeah, fuck that drive. I don't drive, I need a piss. We'll hop out. We'll walk for the last 4 miles. That would have cost me £300. Yeah, no, you know, the classic. A few arrests outside a kebab shop. Is that not standard everyone else?
Not for me, no. I won't lie. The kebab shop, yes. The arrests, not so much.
Yes, boss, what you want? I'll have Donna meat and chips and a reprimand, Shag.
Reg, how's the fucking week been?
Oh, mate, it's been an interesting week. I won't lie. Obviously, as you boys seen, the scaffolding is up around the house. The renovation has started. An expensive fucking job that is. But even though everyone keeps telling me it's very cheap, I'm like, Shag, £1,000 is not cheap.
Stealing's expensive.
We're not buying the shit.
No,
You
you
should have
just
done.
burn
It would
it.
have been cheaper to buy it.
Yeah, oh, well, anyway, so that's that. I found out a little something about myself this week, which I previously sort of didn't know.
You're not bi.
No.
What's
found-
the other? Yeah. Should we refer to you as something else?
No, I found out in quite a catastrophic series of events that I am lactose intolerant.
Oh,
Sorry, what?
Well, intolerance.
Yeah,
so you got no toes?
lactose.
Lactose intolerant.
What the fuck is wrong
I've got
with
no
you?
toast.
Shag, I'm not diabetic, got all my toes. At least it should be half price. No. So basically, I've realised recently in the last few months that like eating milk, that'd be our job, wouldn't it? Like if I was drinking not raw milk, but, you know, just like milk out of
Out
a
of
jug,
the
like an
bottle, like-
animal, yeah. Or like if I ate like a whole tub of ice cream, I'd be like, oh, guts is turning.
Why is this spicy?
So the other day, I guts half a fucking tub of ice cream into me, and I had a bit of cheesecake.
You watch
Ah.
Bridget Jones?
Got the big pants out, like.
Bottle of rose,
See?
like box of tissues by the side.
See?
Handbag and a tampon. That's the one.
Ex-boyfriend on speed dial. No, and about 4:30 come along, and I was like at night, and I was like, oh fucking Jesus Christ, oh, fucking hell. I went in the toilet, and what I can only tell you is my soul left my body into that pan.
It's lava.
I read in the morning a costume of a man. He's hung on the back of the door.
It was so fucking horrendous. My wife woke up. Doll was like, "What is happening in there?" I was like, "Don't come in! Don't come in!" The smell. I opened the door and like went back to bed, and she was like, "God, fucking hell, Vince is farting something fierce tonight." I went downstairs to take the shit in the opposite room of the house.
Oh.
Basically, yeah, I'm just horrendously lactose intolerant, which I didn't. I knew I was when I was like a baby or like a kid. My mum always told me that I was really like couldn't have no milk, but now it's like proper bad, which sucks because I fucking love Ben and Jerry's. It is like my crack to me, and now I'm fucked. So yeah, like every time I eat like a fucking spoonful of ice cream or like a little bit of milk, like when I go to work the next day, I'm like, oh,
Like, even a little bit.
yeah, mate. Like it's not horrendous. I can still have like milk in my tea and that, but
A lot of coffee. I love my men. Black.
yeah, it's not quite got to that point yet, Shag. But yeah, no, it's just it sucks. Like all these things are out of cheesecake, ice cream. Like anything like that, cream can suck a dick anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah,
I
just
don't know, Bailey's cream. Ooh.
yeah. Well, I don't even know if I can drink Bailey's or nothing now.
We'll give it a trial later.
I was proper sad. This is a proper little somber time for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rethink your Christmas present. I'm just starting to think maybe the spicy jam was the right option.
And one more thing before we get going, and I finished waffling. I have to make a public apology to my garage, i.e. your garage, Marlon, for cussing them out for Chinese parts when it wasn't the fucking Chinese parts that were at fault. It was what we suspect to be a faulty water pump, and I've been asked by somebody at your garage to make a public apology, and, you know, in the interest of transparency, there you go. I apologise to you, sir.
Right, this is where I take back that apology.
What apology?
The apology, you don't need to apologise because their parts are fucking shit. So, you know that parking sensor issue I had on the 320? Shit fucking parts.
Which leads me on, Marlon. How's your week been, mate?
Our week's been one of those, really. Couple of days off ill at the beginning of the week. Not corona, which is weird because I thought
You're
that's
just a
the only-
bitch.
Yeah,
What am I?
I thought everyone that got ill had corona.
but yeah, it wasn't corona.
Let's just
Then-
put the little blue banner above our Spotify episode just in that little sentence, isn't it?
I was a little bit. Shall I mention corona or not? Fuck them. Yeah, rest of the week was fine, and I kind of managed to rob a charity shop.
Tell me more.
So obviously, it's the 21st century. The charity shops have expanded a little bit.
Yeah.
So they now sell things online.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
So they're on eBay.
Yeah.
So as everyone knows, I like a good like 90s toy of some
God.
description. Well, they had a Jerry Anderson's Space Precinct cruiser on there.
If anyone out there knows what that is, I will be amazed.
Somebody must. Well, right. Anyway, they usually sell for like 120 quid. Mm-hmm. Well, they spelt the listing wrong.
Oh,
50 quid.
you bastard!
And obviously, I didn't realise it was a charity until I bought it and it's on its way. So, fuck them. You need to employ somebody better.
Thanks, WaterAid.
It was Bernardo's.
Them boys ain't getting a tap this week, Shaq. Oh, I'm sorry. We misspelt this one little toy, and now you can't have your tap, Matembe.
Lewis Hamilton was mum without a tap.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's about me, mate.
Snaker, how's your week been, mate? All right.
Yeah, all right, mate. It's everyone will be listening to this. You know what the score is. The show season is on the prowl. So yeah, big clean on. Just trying to get, you know.
I saw you had the cab tips over today.
Yeah, you try to get a bit ahead of it, but it never seems to work because then it fucking rains in the week. But, you know, getting on top of it. So the boys and girls know what the score is. They're all doing the same. Hopefully we get some decent weather in a minute. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
Glad to hear it, mate. Kyle, week been all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah?
Not too bad. Mind blown from the quiz. Took me to at least Thursday to get over that. And I mean, Tunnel Vision podcast Saturday night. Here we
Job
go.
on. You happy to be here?
Nice, isn't it?
It's nice, isn't it?
It's nice.
It's different.
It's a dream come true. No, it is. I am happy to be on here. I say there's a few things. If you do shout outs on here, some of my little sisters' friends, do you know Reg? Do you know Reg? This one's okay to you fuckers. I'm there.
You've made it.
We made it. Well, I apologise for now what I'm going to say over the next hour.
That's the best way to do it.
Right then, shall we, as we always say, get into the guts of the episode, Marlon, as we're 26 minutes in. This might, I'll be honest, this might go on a bit. We might have to trim this in two. What do you reckon? We'll see how we go.
We'll let it roll.
We'll see how we
and
go.
If we go over too badly, sorry, Greg, we love you. So yeah, we might have to do.
This might- this
We're going on for a big
two-parter.
two-parter. By the
Well,
time we finish editing all the stuff me and him shouldn't have said, it'd be, this one's going out October.
It's been an hour 20.
Will Smith would be dead by then.
We're making jokes and he's getting buried.
That's it.
God, that's about bad taste, isn't it?
Now working.
Keep your wife's name out your fucking mouth! mouth!
Right, Reg, what are we doing this week?
Well, I had a bit of an idea. I don't know how it's going to go, as I always say with my episodes that I dream up. I thought we'd do like worst breakup, worst first date, worst sex stories. And 99% of you have just interpreted that as worst sex stories. And my God. So
There was some fire.
I must apologise if there's something we don't read out. It's not because we didn't enjoy it, but we just had to cut it for time. So yeah, appreciate all of them, and we did laugh at every single one we have been sent. So let's have a look. What the first ones to get read out are the people on the Discord. Shout out to you, Patreons, that you are champions of among the scumbags. So shall I read out the first one? Now, unfortunately, this one comes from an anonymous listener.
Pussy.
Right. So, once got rather drunk at the Steam Fair. Got dancing with this young lass. Beer goggles were well and truly on at this point.
I can already got a picture of what she must be like.
He's at the Steam Fair. So
I
that,
painted an image.
yeah.
I'm rolling with it.
What you saying? Like a Rydell check shirt, riding breeches, those stupid cunty Dublin boots that I haven't seen for about 6 years. Praise be to Jesus.
Even at her skin fade and slip back hair.
Steady. From reports the next day, she wasn't the best looking. Anyway, as the night comes closer, I stagger out of the beer tent with her to go to the car. When we get there, both of us get in and start getting to it. I bend down, take the boots off, and suddenly the ale hits me. Managed to get the door open and throw up everywhere. She kicks me out after that. Then my boss walks round the corner while I stood there with my trousers round my ankles. Oh dear.
I'm going Rick's to the keeper. Right, everyone be prepared for my Cat in the Hat reading.
If you want me to take over, Boo, at any point, just say we'll pass it around the room like we did at school.
Paragraph at a time, like.
We've got Biff, Chip and Kipper here, or no? Right, so, once there was an incident where I was fingering a girl on her mum and dad's sofa.
Love a finger.
With me mate John sat next to me, who demanded a sniff when I finished. Fuck's sake. So I thought, right, you dusty bastard, you'll regret that. He got a big old gooey mackerel tash when he sniffed the fingers. Oh, wow.
That's disgusting.
That is like full contact under the nose.
Have you ever done that? I've obviously heard of it, like, oh, smell your missus. I've never actually done it to someone, even in my grottiest college days.
I don't think I could. It's, no.
That's fucking gross. Right, what else we got?
I haven't finished that yet.
Oh, what is more?
Yeah, full contact under the nose. I reckon he would have punched the fuck out of me if he could. But instead, he let out a shriek that sounded like he'd fallen into an ice bath and began to wipe his tash area like a dog trying to get an empty food can off his nose. Oh, that's fucking hit. Yeah, no, I think I'd have punched you as well.
That is fucking vile.
But yeah, I probably wouldn't put myself in that situation
Absolute,
or ask for a sniff.
no, absolute creature. Right.
Sorry, Dad.
Another one, same one, Rick's to the keeper. Or the time a girl put me off a one night stand with her because she had the most hideous, biggest dangling fanny flaps I have ever seen. Honestly,
Right,
honestly,
beef curtains or no?
honestly, God, they were unreal. I was waiting for Jeremy Beadle to pop out from behind a bush and tell me it was a fucking wind-up. Anyway, I did manage to blag my way out of it by this point. My mate John, yes, the same John as previously mentioned,
John, you're a fucking creature.
came back with her mate and sniggered to himself exactly like Muttley when Dick Dastardly fucked up. He pulled me to one side, unable to stop snickering. He pointed to the back of the victim's black jacket where he had loaded an impressive amount of jizz to the base of the collar. Shout out to my mate John, who has been my mate, my partner in crime since day one of primary school for that. And Shay for her giant fanny that looked like somebody had kicked a pack of ham around a busy butcher shop floor. A few weeks later, though, John ended up shagging her rotten, but in his defence, he was fair pissed when he did.
Yes, John boy.
Why? I don't understand the coming on her jacket.
Fuck her.
yeah, fuck her.
It's like, imagine switch it round. Like, imagine if a woman was just like, oh, look at him. He's got a tiny dick. And I'll take a shit on his jacket. With such
Right in the
fucking-
inside pocket.
Next one is from Dirty Diesel, allegedly. So, one night after a long day on the harvest, finished at 2 a.m., quick Mackies, and right back into bed. She was horny as fuck, so boom, I was game. Oh, yeah, I know how you're feeling. Went down on her mid-float, 2 in the pink and 1 tickle in the stink. Boom, next minute she slapped me on the head, only gone and fallen asleep with 2 upper. Oh, that was sex done for a week.
I'm not being funny.
Where was that going? I fell asleep with 2 upper.
Dirty Diesel just clicking the cruise control. I'm like,
Autopilot.
I've
I'm
never
out.
done this.
I have.
so hang on, who fell asleep?
He did.
Oh, he was driving and he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant she fell asleep.
No, he fell asleep.
I've fallen asleep. You fall asleep?
No. Of course not.
Of course I have.
Of course I have.
Yeah. I've been.
Once he's up, he needs putting back down. Like,
No. I'm fucking. If she's on top, that's it. And I'm tired. I'm like, oh,
Good night.
Good night, Vienna. I'm on and gone. I'm forever. I'm not forever. Not
Get us a
forever.
little blindfold out. Halfway through, put do not disturb sign.
You never had like a hard day and just fallen asleep after like during.
well, yeah, I don't usually start if I ain't gonna
We
finish.
have a hard
I
day. Okay,
usually-
Marlon.
Gaddy.
Fuck your life! Bing bang!
Yeah, I don't usually start if I'm not gonna finish, mate. I always like to carry out all my jobs
Mastermind. I'll
properly.
start so I'll finish.
Yeah. Whether that be 10 seconds or 10 minutes.
Right. I'm gonna do the next one. Jenkins98 on a Discord. Right. So let's take a trip down memory lane. It's about 2018, 2019. I'm working for an agricultural contractor. It's mid-silage season. It was about 12 to 1 a.m. and we were on the final few loads and the missus had brought out a Chinese, well, ex now. She conveniently fucked my brother, but that's for another day.
Fuck your life! Bing bang!
Anyway, I was parked around the back of the silage pit waiting for my turn to tip. We polished off the chinky, and which was fucking shite, and the conversation had gone quiet. She gave me the old horny eye, and I gave her one back. She proceeded to drop her jeans along with mine and mount me like a fucking hobby horse. Being the gent I was, I gave it big sends on the old air seat, which I may add was extremely helpful with someone like me who has the stamina of Stephen Hawking. Now, I won't lie, it was short-lived because I was pumping her full of baby gravy and spasming like a peppered pheasant. Not long after this, my boss had come on the channel and told me to tip. So we shot round the front of the clamp, ready to swing her on back and tip. But being the 18, 19-year-old agri twat, I came back into the clamp like at Mac Jesus. However, in her haste of hopping off me and back into her seat, I can only assume a mixture of black bean sauce and kiddie cream had found its way onto the Vario joystick. Along with an array of empty chinky tubs and removed boots under the pedals, I inevitably ploughed into the back of the loading shovel about 15k, caving in the tailgate and stoving in the bonnet of the shovel. Jag! Oh my god. That's like...
I'm sorry, what are we taking from that? He spilled a Chinese or she's run off with his brother?
I don't... There's so much in the story!
That's the Pablo Escobar meme. Just trying to take it all in.
Like,
There's
Like
so-
brothers, best friends, stepsisters. There's a line you don't cross.
Yeah. But I just, like, that's tens of thousands of pounds worth of damage, isn't it? Like, putting
I
a...
hope she was fucking good.
She could have been after.
I'm not fucking. She's gone up a generation drug.
She's dropped the
Fucking
damage
next
here.
Christmas, she'll be with your dad.
She's obviously seen the will, right?
The old generation game going on.
Firstborn inherits a lot. Where's gone?
a mixture of kiddie cream and black bean sauce.
But who even has black bean sauce?
It's technically sweet and sour. Oh dear.
You lot of fucking creatures, Mike.
Oh, it's fucking disgusting. Oh, just That's the worst one so far because that involves monetary damage as well.
And that's some pennies there.
Oh dear.
Next tractor he's got inside wrapped in cling film.
Hung up like fucking Dexter's house, ready for a fucking mass murder. Like, I think that's it from the Discord. Yeah, Marlon.
No, I got one more.
Oh, have we?
I got one from Alexei.
I haven't done the one from others yet, have we?
The night he lost his V card. At the Blackdown Hills Beer Festival, met a girl on the way to the campsite. We got going, and halfway through, four of my mates walked into the tent. One bugger's off, then shouts to the rest of the campsite that I'm shagging, and asks if I got a Johnny on. He did. The other one offers me a bite of his burger. I told them all to fuck off, and she ended up having a bite of the burger. When she's on mine, okay. I then say to her, shall we continue back at the tent? So go over to hers, finish off, passing out soon as I finished. I get woken up by her friends with my trousers still down by my ankles, shriveled up cock still wrapped in the Johnny. I casually pull the Johnny off and make myself decent and fuck off to my own tent and pass out.
Make myself decent. Yeet. Here's a Johnny.
That'd be like taking a carrier bag off a worm, wouldn't it?
He's all shriveled up. Just
I'll be honest, I've got myself into some states, but never to the point at which I'm naked in some other bird's tent with me fucking cacks around my ankles. That's
socks on. I bet he had his socks on.
I've shagged me socks on.
That is a weird thing for me.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you're a pervert.
I've given it the big Pornhub before. Put the fucking
Johnny Sins on.
put the Air Force Ones on for more grip.
What, at the end of the bed, though?
Yeah, that's it. Keep sliding back, don't I? Gangly piece of shit I am.
More traction.
Especially if you work the fabric softener into the sheets, I just slide off the guns.
Buy better carpet, mate.
That's like a water slide.
I got one of them sort of borderless beds, so I have to like hook me toes behind the fucking mattress, like straight behind the backboard. Like
You walk in, he's got a rope around his waist with an anchor.
pull. Fucking
Digging the toes in. That's got fabric all over it.
Yeah, I do. What a fucking state to get in, though. Fucking nonsense. Oh, I got another one from Dirty Diesel, which is the same bloke that fell asleep with two in the pink, one in the sting. Same girl at a young farmer's do was having a hell of a night. She pulled me into this farmer's yard and I bent over under a bale trailer. I can't really envisage that because it's quite low.
I don't really
Even
know
that, or
what
she
bale
was a
trailer
dwarf.
is.
She was a midget.
Can't say midget.
Small hands, smell like cabbage.
Small-
Carny folk.
Austin Powers quotes. I haven't heard that in a long time. Save me from myself. Right, back to the bell, under the bell tray. She was making some noise, mind, and I said something along the lines of, "I told you I'd make you scream." She replied, "It's not you, it's the fucking nettle stinging me nipples." Imagine that with every stroke, it's like.
She's reaching for a rag and a dock leaf.
Spit on me, not me, the dock leaf, you cunt.
You wouldn't know where the fucking nipple started, would you, by the end of that, would you?
So Braille.
Braille for suck here.
He's had a belly button for too long.
Oh man, I'm fucking dead.
Right, we
Right.
got one from Udders.
Oh, I think this one's fucking good.
Worst date.
Fuck me, that's some story.
Full
mate.
stop.
Reg, can you read this one?
What, from...
Because it's about 3 paragraphs.
Oh, I haven't
Oh, fuck off, right? I can do this.
I haven't actually got this one on my phone, to be
I do
fair.
my Iki stage 3 shit. Right, this came after a string of boring dates from dating sites that never got past a first date or a hookup. However, I thought I'd get...
What you're saying? This chap here, he's looking for love.
There's a bird.
Oh,
Others.
this bird here. Oh, I apologise. She's looking for love.
She's looking for love, yeah. She thought she got into a real nice bloke.
Just edit that out, Marlon. Just take 2, Marlon.
I
Please.
can already tell where this is
No,
going.
he's going.
She's getting tossed about like a salad.
Right. He lived about an hour away. Never suspected he wasn't as he seemed at all. Planned to go to his, then out for a Chinese and back for his Netflix and chill, you know what I'm saying? Right. I get there, ring him, say I'm outside, and he didn't sound very with it on the phone. He comes down, he was definitely not the guy in the photos. He's 5 foot. He said he was 6. Acne. Proper weedy nonce I've got. You know the look of the loner kid in school who ends up in a shooting spree.
Did she turn around and go home?
No.
No.
She said she's there now, so
Fucking champion.
short way in the town for the Chinese. The guy must have been a bit special, but I thought I'm not a cunt, so I take him out. But afterwards, we're off the table. So he spends the next hour at the Chinese restaurant telling me about all his girlfriends cheated on him. And one guy even sent him pics of her in bed.
Oh,
Here's what you could have won, Shaq.
Let's have a look at what you could have won. Speedboat.
remember these?
So she went home?
Fuck. No, not quite yet. Another beat him up in his town and then put shit through his letterbox. Right.
He's a nice chap.
Who is this punching bag?
Obviously, she felt proper sorry for him, but it was never going to happen. So when they went back to the flat block, she said she was tired. You know the score. She's tired. Thanks for the food, which she offered to go Dutch on, but he paid. He looked at me like he was about to cry. Literally pleads with me to stay. He'll sleep on the sofa, etc., etc.
Oh, this is sad.
He creeped her right out, so she went home. The next morning, she wakes up to a text saying, "How dare I treat a man like that? I was lucky he took me out to dinner, considering I'm a fat bitch, slag, etc."
That's not
He sent this.
Yeah. And then she
did.
replied, "You're lucky I didn't shit for your letterbox."
Yes, Udders. What a fucking piece of shit. To sit for all that and is bitching and moaning, then to be like, you wouldn't put out, you're a whore. Like, fuck you.
Was that up to your reading standards, Jake?
That was
that
pretty,
all right?
that's pretty good, I thought. You did quite well.
I've been doing me.
You could have at least wanked him off.
It was a difficult wank. Not impossible.
I've only got Chinese.
That's why he paid for a car. Let's be having it.
I got one more from Udders.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hold tight.
Went to Butlins.
Oh,
You know she's coming in hot when it starts with that.
Jesus, here we go.
Got chatting to this guy, things getting touchy and feely.
In Reds, I could just picture it.
With this on. Boys, I'm looking for a good time. Got chatting to this guy, things got very touchy feely. Turns out his cousin works for a family member where they are from. Don't we get that? My mate comes over having spoken to his mates and says he's getting married in 10 days. I look at him, we both shrug shoulders. He takes me by the hand and leads me out. We go back to the room, which I can only assume is a fucking hovel, and he proceeds.
Especially if you've
They're a
been
pub
there.
in the corner.
He proceeds to throw me around the room, giving me a hell of a railing. I mean, in the morning, the room looked like it had been ransacked. Clothes, sweets, bottles, cans, makeup, hairdryer, all over the fucking place. And the beds are in a V shape. I don't really get how that's possible, but he bends me over one of the beds and asks me to lick his asshole, and me being lit to fuck is like, yeah, fuck it. Well, that was an awakening I never thought I was going to get at the weekend. We finished off, and as we get dressed, I say, I don't know your name. He laughs and says, do you even care? To which I replied, no, not really, mate, and off I went.
The old 5-foot paedophile got the short straw, Jack. He always quits in here,
He's got Air Max on, trying to get more grip. Footprints all like the wall.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell. Right. Oh, God. I have laughed.
Thank you, Discord scumbags.
Right. I am going to go into now the voice notes that we have. So, starting off with our girl, as you well know, Rach Morrow.
Oh, Dukes,
Dukes of Hazzard.
Do you have subtitles for this or not?
Are you ready?
Oh, you knew I would crawl out of the woodwork for one of these bad boys. Picture this. Agricultural college. We're absolutely shit-faced, blind drunk on gin. I go back with a lad, and I'm giving him a blowjob. And he says, lay on the edge of the bed. So I laid on my back on the edge of the bed. I hung my head off the edge of the bed. Can you imagine this? And then he proceeds to stand over the top of me and stick his dick in my mouth. As he does this, my nose proceeds to enter his anus. Let's just say that was the end of that.
I've often thought about that move, but I've never had the guts to do it.
I've
All
done
about
it.
the angle.
You have?
Yeah, I've done it.
Was she sick on you?
No, I'm still married to her.
I'm very happily, my ass.
Logistically, I can see that it worked, like with the angles and that, and the trajectory. Looking at it from a trigonometrical point of view,
Yeah, no, the angle, the esophagus and...
yeah, it all works. But the problem is, we are men. And when it's like, just go gently, after about 3 strokes, you're just driving a cunt home.
Yeah, that's...
Drop her down in gear, give all she wrote. Like,
Holes, you see my Air Maxes? Got the cross locks in, like... like putting her in the crawler.
creamer box.
Stick her in low range and head on, right?
I got the dog in a rucksack for a counterweight.
That's got to be a slogan on a t-shirt. Dog in a rucksack is a caraway.
I got a couple more from her, and I think this is the right one. Hang on.
There was a wet t-shirt competition. I'm shit-faced. What a fucking surprise. And so, they're all just wet t-shirts. Oh no, not me. I get my tits out. Anyway, because I've done this, I've pulled a lad. We walk like the fucking half-mile back to the hotel. Get down to fucking business. Your man's got a micro pin, kept slipping out, booted that cunt right out of room. No time for that. Sit it.
I'm so cruel.
Your man wasn't cutting the mustard. Like.
Especially after half-mile sponsored walk back to the hotel room. Fuck this cunt. Thank you. Next.
Poor cunt raised 75 quid for water aid.
Come to Kindy got a new tap.
Oh, bless him. I got one more from Rach.
You fucking started something now. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. Oh, right. So, I used to have a lad that I saw regularly away whilst I were trucking on, just a bit of crack. And one day, I'm giving it big guns on the old blowjob front. Anyway.
Oh, fuck me, I've heard this.
He shoots his load.
Listen.
I then think that I've sneezed, but oh no, I haven't sneezed. It's shot in the back of my throat and spunks come out my nose. I was mortified. I thought it was snot, and then I could taste it all day. So that was a pleasant experience. Right, okay, I'll stop now.
Thank you, James.
What do they call that? Is it a flaming dragon or something?
Yeah, like the angry
dragon.
Apparently, that's it. If you come in a girl's mouth,
give her a
as
clip
you
round
do,
the head.
just give her a clip round the ear.
Straight back out the nose.
Like that. See?
Noted.
Rach.
Duly noted.
Oh, Rach, you're a fucking filth bag.
I think it's time we probably
Yeah, we better cut to a break and get on with the
to
rest
a
of these
little break.
voice notes afterwards. Oh, right. Anyway, scumbags.
And I need my cheeks.
I hurt all over.
I'm going for a wank.
Yeah, Sav's more his voice notes, Marlon.
Bit more Dukes of Hazzard, like. All right. Anyway, we'll go to the fridge, have a piss, all that good shit. We'll be back shortly. Love you all. Bye.
Reg, I've sent you to the fridge.
I am back. I have navigated the rugged lands of Shaolin. I have
Dodged the scaffolding.
dodged a scaffolding in the killer bee swarms of the Wu-Tang. Right, so Marlon. Oh, some good shit we got going on here, man.
Yeah, it's proper like bright and
It's proper
Shit.
bright and fruity.
skull on it. Looks quite cool.
Yeah, so what is it?
So it is Blood Orange IPA,
Oh, by who?
Beavertown.
I tell you what, when I saw this come through on the delivery docket from Beer Hunter, shout out Beer Hunter UK, use our code IDTH for 10% off your order. I was fucking so excited. I've not had it yet, and I know it's going to be legit. It's called.
I've got my apprehensions.
It's bloody hell. You've got your. Why do you not like good
Because
beer?
it's in a noncy can.
But it's just not, like at the top of the can, instead of being silver, it's orange, which I think is fucking badass as all hell. So, right, Marlon, regardless of what you think of this fucking beer, could you please? I've just literally realised. We both realised there's no marketing bullshit on the gang's got no box with it, and both of us have got the same thing up on our phones. Right, let's go, Marlon. Read the marketing bullshit.
The marketing bullshit is my job. I'm always
Sorry,
ready.
man. I'm sorry.
Right, Bloody Hell
Caught me
is our
slipping.
classic IPA with a unique twist for those who want to drink different. There are few fruited IPAs out there, but none like Bloody Hell. It all starts with a great fruity and bitter IPA, but we twist it up by adding blood orange pulp and some outrageously orangey hops.
I've never heard of that.
Resiny Columbus, zingy Citra, fruity Simcoe, and orangey Amarillo.
Amarillo, yeah.
The result is a something.
I can't pronounce that word either.
It's a resinous.
Resinous.
Resinous, marmalade mesmerising IPA.
Right. Okay then. Right. Without any further ado, boys, you ready? Let's go.
Oh, it smells a boy.
Wah wah wee wah. Silence befell the room.
Yeah, I was just thinking that's never really good.
I just. It didn't like the can. The can is so fucking loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
It just tastes like another Nancy
I
IPA.
know.
There's no
I
orange. There's
know,
no
I'm
fucking
sorry,
orange there.
It does. It just. I'm not getting. I mean, I know. Yeah, I really want to rate it really highly. But
The orange does not stand out.
no, it's you can taste the citrus hops in it. Definitely, it's got a citrus punch. I mean,
It's not marmalade-y.
Thing is, though, if you would say to me this is a really citrusy, fruity IPA, I'd be like, yes, absolutely, it is definitely.
Yeah.
It's well described and a good beer. But I'm not getting any of the blood orange through there. I thought I was going to be like smacked in the face. The fact they've done the top of the can in orange, the whole can is orange, everything is themed orange.
You'd
I
assume
thought-
there's some fucking orange in it.
I thought I was going to get an orange jammed up my fucking asshole.
Do you
But
get a waft of it when you smell it or not?
yeah,
A little
well,
bit?
I kind of did. That's why.
I'm not a fan of blood orange, so I'm happy.
I mean, I don't. No, I'm disappointed, but I still like it as an IPA.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
what I was
not-
gonna say. I'm not-
but
I
it's,
don't-
it's
I-
not what it says on the tin.
No, it's
that's
not.
it.
I don't dislike it in any way, shape, or form, but I do really like it. Like really.
That's a shame. Even there's not even like a hint of zest.
No,
That's it.
it's
One of
got,
those zesty boys.
It's zesty boys. It's definitely fruity and it's definitely zest. I'd say it definitely like a citra.
But it ain't a fucking blood orange IPA.
No, I'm really disappointed with you, Beavertown. Like I love Beavertown stuff. I always have, but if you were to slap this in any other can, stick any other label on it, and say
Nancy IPA.
zesty IPA, wafts of
It's a
citrus.
strong boy.
It is 5.5%.
5.5%.
I enjoy it as an IPA, like a fruity IPA. I give it that, but I don't really know how to rate it, to be honest. Am I going to rate it as what they've said it is, or what I just think? I'm going to rate it as just what I think of it in general.
Rate it as what you think it is.
Yeah, I'm not
what
gonna.
it says it is.
Yeah, all right.
It's like Range Rovers. They say they're fucking amazing. Really, they're shit.
I know.
You still rate them very well.
Oh, actually, just before we get into the next part of sex stories and whatnot, I want Kyle to tell his Range Rover story. Actually, if he can you?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I
all right.
will.
Right, we'll give our.
If your name's Paul and live in Bath Road near Wells, go fuck yourself, you cunt. Any of his sons, brothers, daughters, family, you go fuck yourself. Whole lot.
Right, let's get into finishing this beer rating.
Right. Jake, what are you thinking?
Out of
5.
2. Because it's not what it says, but it's still I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it's not what it says it is. I
No,
think it's because one, the strength, and two, it's an IPA that they're going to struggle to get that
To jump through.
Exactly.
There's too much going on there to really get that orange to just burst through the. I mean, if you were some proper super ale drinker that like knew everything about it,
We are
like,
proper super drinkers.
I can taste the blood orange, but like I thought I was gonna get fucking, like I
blown
said,
away and turn into
yeah.
a fucking Terry's chocolate orange. Like.
Yeah, you got it. But yeah, no, Marlon, where you at on it?
I'm at a 3.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not hideous.
Now I feel bad.
Well, I'm ignoring the can because it looks noncy as fuck.
But that would make you buy it, wouldn't it? That's clever
Yeah.
marketing. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd buy
Reverse
it.
psychology.
Yeah,
There is no blood orange in that.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm at a 3.
I mean, it's a good pairing, as we've seen. But yeah, no, I'm on a 3 with you. I mean, pretty much same description. I mean, you know what I think of it.
Yeah.
Kyle, what are your thoughts, mate?
I'll be
Out of
honest with
5?
you, I'm giving it a 3.
Yeah?
I'm always a strong believer of all IPA drinkers sit down to piss. but I quite like this one. For the reason I'm not a massive IPA drinker. I don't really like blood orange.
No,
This one, it's different.
but it doesn't. Yeah,
I'm
it's-
not, no, I might give it a 3.5.
No, we don't do
no,
apps around
no,
here,
no,
mate.
oh,
We
right,
don't
no,
do
that's-
apps around here,
okay,
mate.
okay.
Gets all
3.
twitchy.
I get
Right.
autistic and twitchy about it.
All right,
Did you just say something?
Yes, Marlon!
cut out, Rich.
That's fucking getting cut out.
Everybody's seen how I read, etc.
Right, so 2 and 3 threes. That's getting a 3 overall. Right, shout out to Beer Hunter UK for supplying us with this beer. And quickly before we move on, I have been on to Beer Hunter's website. So
Some banging deals on at the minute.
Scooch round, yeah.
They
on
still
one-
haven't got fucking Bitburger back in stock, which I'm screaming at them for.
and when they do, we will inform all the listeners because we know how much you love it. But in a previous episode, we reviewed Jupiler, which is a Belgian piss, and
That's tang piss.
I didn't realize how super tang this beer was. All the boys love it now.
They love that. The only reason they love it is so they can get the yellow crates, wang them up in the bread bin up on the roof. That's the only reason they want it.
Well,
Yellow
I tell you
crates.
what, if you slide into Beer Hunters DMs, I don't know, they might well get them sent over in those yellow crates. So if you ask nicely, they might chuck a yellow crate in for you. I don't know. Mention our name, see if you can get it done. But on their website at the moment, on beerhunter.co.uk, they have got the Juniper Belgian Pils 330ml bottles, 5.2% alcohol content. It's a 12 pack and it's $25.95. So if you add our discount code to that, Marlon, that'll just bring you to about
Don't ask me for maths.
£23 something.
No, £22.40, I think. So yeah, hop on there, get
Our
yourself
man,
some
fucking
Jupiler.
OG, old Oliver Giles, fucking loves that.
Well, that's it. If you like it, get on there, use our discount code ITDH and enjoy yourself some of that delicious Belgian piss. Right, anyway, now before we get going, Kyle, on about Range Rovers, I totally forgot this fucking story. Can you please tell me, start to finish, about when you bought a Range Rover?
All right. Quick rerun.
Wait a minute, you look like a person that buys like a 320?
Yeah, you Range Rover Sport, he means. Yeah.
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 Like sport.
Right, tell-
you know the drill, Marlon.
I
We
can-
had the
I can
biggest,
tell the people.
blackest, buoyed up,
Yeah.
fucking
I know the
smoke
score.
blown out of cunt. You know the drill.
Oh, 2.7, turn right up.
When he
Yeah.
when he bought it and it was pouring out black
Took
smoke.
Reg, fucking gone. screaming the bollocks off it,
actually
trying to
s-
cunt and go to limp mode.
I actually sent Snaker a Snapchat when you drove past me, and
Look
I
at
didn't,
this cunt.
I didn't know it was you. I was like, look at this.
Oh, you can remember that?
Look at this fucking idiot. I said, black smoke pouring out the back of the cunt. The turbos will be on the way out in a minute. Oh, look, he's got it lowered.
Oh, wait a minute. He wants 6 injectors.
He's had it fucking lowered 30 mil. That means his fucking all his bushings and his fucking ball joints be fucking wanked out. I get a text 5 minutes later. Shag just went past you. What do you reckon of the new beast?
Actually, well,
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
So
I know fuck all about cars.
We
Nothing.
haven't noticed, mate.
Not interested. Never will be. Don't want to know. Anyway, got this Range Rover. Always wanted one. Went off my bucket list. Had it. Wanted it. Perfect. Out of a couple months, I thought, not really practical, is it? It's waiting for me to pay Marlon's wages for 2 weeks. And have just looked up on a ramp. Oh, we're picking up a hat. Send you a bill. That'd be fine.
Well, just to be clear, I do
Careful,
not
mate.
price anything.
I'm not. I'm just saying. It's just, that's just
You'll have to do a public apology.
I'm just saying, that's just garages in general. One of those kind of worms, aren't they, those things? Take the body off and you open up and there are 4 problems you didn't realize you had them. And the first
only
place.
4. Only 4 when you take the body off.
Anyway, had it a couple months. Coming in the winter, I thought, all right, I've had it, got over it, because I'm not I want to rag the fuck out of it for a couple months and send it. Right?
Yeah.
Never really interested. Want to sell it, put it on a Facebook, sold it, lovely, right, fine. Like 4 months later, get a text come through. So I saw the Range Rover off you, it's a bit rusty. Shock.
It's a second-hand
Whatever,
car, Shag.
whatever.
yeah, what year was it? Like 2006 or 7,
It was a
wasn't it?
55 plate.
That's like literally one of the very first ones ever built.
Yeah,
of course it's gonna be
cunt's
rusty.
17 years old.
he's like-
They use like Chinesium in the steel mind.
Never seen a drop
Probably.
never seen a
Anyway,
drop of wax
like-
oil.
Bloke like texting, this is 4 months mine. Like most garages approved dealer, what are they, 3 months warranty?
Yeah, 3
If
months
that,
warranty,
if
yeah.
that.
Most of
I'm
them
not
drive
looking
it
for
off.
fucking second hand car dealer.
What did he say? What did he say to you?
He sent me a text saying, yeah, I've got 2 independent specialists look at the truck and it's yours, you sold me a bag of rust or whatever. Can you call me to arrange time if you need to refund my money or I'll bring the vehicle back?
What? So
I
the
just
sea
thought-
shack.
What's this fucking I just fucking ignore it.
Oh, Black Horse Finance here, like.
Be the better person, ignore it. Anyway, week goes by. I know you got my message. Send me a cute shit message. Like, look, listen, mate. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I said, sold the scene. It was a long time ago. I said, in regard, blah, 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 I'll take you to court. I said, fine. I've got plenty of suits. I'll see you there. Last time I went, purple shirt. Lovely it was. Didn't get me very far, but
Big
anyway,
dick swinging.
whatever. You ain't got a leg to stand on. Whatever.
No, exactly.
Bloody blah, batters and forwards, like messages, you better have my money ready, I'm gonna come around your fucking house, and your wife, your kids, I thought you were a family man.
I live on my own shack.
Well, I didn't then, but I do now.
The only kids I got are on the fucking bedroom sheet shack.
Yeah, so anyway, cut long story short, after 2 weeks of arguing, I thought, you gotta like give up in a minute. I ain't seen no solicitors letters for the door.
Just to be clear, right? You had not had this vehicle put on a ramp or MOT'd.
And
when
that's
I
You
had it
know
3 months,
fucking-
bought an MOT on it. You know what I know about cars.
But
Fuck
just
it.
to be clear, you said bought it with an MOT on it, not
Yeah.
bought an MOT on it.
Marlon, cut that out. No, bought the MOT on it. Right, like didn't need
That's
MOT
it.
in, didn't need
It
service in. Literally
ran
had
alright.
it, ragged it, sent
Sold,
it,
yeah.
sold it.
So you
4
didn't-
months later.
I expect someone like you don't even look at the underside of it. You
He
don't give a
doesn't know
fuck.
cars. He don't know fuck all.
Oh, well, I
we
told the
don't
bloke
care.
this. Oh, do you not do these things when you checked? I said, I did the exact same checks you did when you bought it, mate. Fuck all. I started to see you under there, like fucking going underneath, having a look at a fucking little hammer, tapping them out for rust. You got in it, I thought, you look the boy, chuffs like black smoke, goes like a cunt, I'll buy it. Exactly the same as you did. I said, anyway, cut long story short, after 3 weeks of arguing, I was like, look, mate, I'm not going to respond to your text. Just take me to court, you wanker. Then, halfway through milking, turns up at home at 4 o'clock. I was like, I got your car, mate. I was like, 1, it's not my car. And 2, I'm not your fucking mate. Like, take your fucking bag of shit, Rusty Range Rover.
Fuck your life. Bing bang.
Fuck off, you cunt. Anyway, so, yeah, it's a lot of arguing, batters and forwards. Look, you ain't got a leg
in
to
the
stand
in the
on.
yard, like.
This isn't up in the yard. Got up on the camera, I pulled the footage
He
up.
sent me the CCTV footage and it was fucking brilliant. You just wait.
There's a bloke
Just
waving
fucking
his
wait.
arms and he's like this and that. Whole time, anyway, he left it on the drive. His missus was at the drive waiting to pick him up. He generally thought there's some disillusion. I want to buy this rusty piece of shit back. He thought he could.
No, you know it's rusty.
Yeah, that's it. You told me it's rusty. I don't want nothing to do with it, mate. You
Come on,
said
it's
that.
rusty. Yeah, so I didn't fucking own the vehicles, do I?
No.
Nothing. So yeah, he literally
Well,
bought
even
it
if
back,
you did, even if you knew it was, doesn't matter.
which I didn't.
Sort the scene.
A lot of Kens and Karens about.
That's what I mean. Imagine if he'd have just been
Well,
like,
the
"Oh,
thing is,
Shag,
like-
any chance you want to buy this Range Rover back?" without mentioning anything else, you might have been like, "Oh, do you know what? I got a bit of a flavour for it again. Yeah, I'll have it back."
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so
Jack.
anyway, the best bit about it was he was there ranting and raving. I'd take you to court, and then he, got leg to stand on. I don't know what he was at. He wanted me to start shouting and swearing at him, or punch him, or like
He's looking for summit.
he's looking
I
for
think.
reaction. And I was just like, "Look, mate, it's nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing to do with me.
Did he have a body cam?
Probably
Matey boy ran the corner on his bike from Rogue Traders. Like,
don't get done, get Dom."
old slaphead. Like,
Anyway, literally this whole time he rocked up on my driveway, banging on next door's house. You Carl's girlfriend? His wife? Next door neighbour. No. I don't know what you're talking about. Comes out, he left his lights on. Left his lights on. After 20 minutes, I'm like, look, mate, you've turned up in the middle of my working day, going back to work. He said, well, I'm leaving it here. I said, look, it's private property, so you do what you see as fit. Can't guarantee it'll be here when you come back, but do whatever.
Can't it be on Facebook Marketplace? $2,000 or nearest offer, like
bit rusty.
No keys.
some rust detected.
They come out, he goes to start it. He left the lights on. It's like, woo, 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 woo. One start. I'm like, cheers and gone. I go back milking. He gets in the car. It won't fucking start. Not my problem, Shag. See ya. And yeah, and they were a good Samaritan. In the final work, got him a set of jump leads. But the best bit about it is, Mrs. rocked up, switched the car off. Nearly had two flat. nearly had two flat batteries on the farm. Oh. Scrap man, 120 each. That's me having it. Yeah, but as I can't strongly recommend enough second-hand cars. Fuck them. Got no interest. We'll run them till they blow up, die, or we scrap them. Never, ever, ever selling a second-hand vehicle again. Because people are cunts.
That's what I
People
do.
are
That's what
cunts.
I don't do. I don't sell cars.
We
I've
just,
sold one car in my
Because
life.
nobody wants to buy anything you
We
own.
just sold a 60 plate. So what was he? 12 years old.
Oh, that white body you had.
Yeah, he's just gone over 1 million Ks. Right.
Cool.
Put it up for sale.
Fairly run in.
Sold it, right? Sold it, sent the pictures. This is what it is. Yeah, no worries, blah, blah, blah. Come and picked it up, transferred the money, come and picked it up, got it back. And he rings up. All right, mate. Yeah, all right, yeah. Yeah, just going to ask you an honest question. If you could just give me an honest answer, it'd be much appreciated. Yeah, no worries, Shag.
Honesty's my middle name.
Yeah. You haven't bought a Range Rover? No, I'm joking. He goes, he said,
Got a 2.7 error.
have you changed the tires on this truck since you took the photos? I was like, no, it's got the same tires. Getting down a bit, Shag. Shag, you've just bought a 12-year-old truck with 1 million Ks on it.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you like? It's sold.
It's not
as
a new truck. It's
See,
not a new car.
the tires are all legal on it. I haven't done any of this shit, taking wheels off and stripping it and putting fucking shit.
So why did you ask me if one ever wanted to buy a set of part worn tyres?
I was just like, what the-
Charlton for the part wars.
It's just the same thing. Look, same thing. You've sold a scene, Shaq. Yeah. Just fucking take it and leave. You're dead to me.
yeah, exactly.
I don't want to hear no
I'll
comeback.
delete the number in the phone book.
Just for my own sake, I'm interested. What would that have lorry cost you new, Matt, when you bought it, roughly 12 years ago?
95,000.
All in.
Yeah.
And roughly, you ain't got to tell me exact figure, just give me a between.
12,500.
Is that it? 12 and a half grand.
What do you expect? Like, did he expect 12? Shag, I put new
Yeah,
tires
it's not
on
like
all
you
around.
charge him 30 grand, is it? Like it's
That's out of
can't get
interest.
it.
What does a lorry tire cost?
If you were to buy a new Michelin now, which
What,
is
is
like
£600?
the creme, he'd be up around sort of 550 retail,
Shit.
depending on if it was 295 super single.
What about these Chinese tires?
I wouldn't even
You could
contemplate
probably
getting
get some
a Chinese tire.
You could probably get a remold or a fucking cheap budget.
Fucking remold.
The old Insta turbos on there.
Two-
right?
Don't speak ill of my
250.
tires.
Sorry.
But as far as I'm concerned, in a second-hand vehicle, tires don't really come into it.
No, because it's a used.
As long as it's legal,
yeah.
No, I do. We got a tread on drive. See you later.
there was no rust on it.
The
No bent MOT.
the fucking day and age we live in now, it's always the sellers are going to be hurt the most with the fucking idiot questions.
If you were going to buy a new,
You're buying a second-hand fucking car. It's used,
that,
Shag.
that particular vehicle now. If you were to respec that vehicle now and reorder it, that vehicle would cost you in excess of £170,000.
Yeah.
I can't go at £12,500.
It's depreciation, isn't it?
Shag.
No, I'm not.
I might get one for the bar.
I should have bought one.
What I'm saying is that vehicle has the potential to earn you a living wage.
Yeah, she's done a fair day's work, mine. I had the EGR turned off on her. She'd smoke all day.
That's what I mean. Yeah, but
Allegedly.
regardless,
Just because she's
Cut and shut, lift the mat, he's
But
half yellow, half white.
if you invest in yourself in the licensing and whatnot, an operator's license, and £12,500 investment.
Big outset.
That's what I'm saying. I
have-
can't get over that.
you have to put your depreciation into your
Into your costings, yeah, it's
into
all
your
a part of
costings,
your
yeah.
costings. I mean, I know I run a business, Shag. Don't you worry.
She done a fair day's work, like.
Fucking hell.
But she was still ready to go on and do
Yeah,
another.
no, I was going to sell it 3 years ago. Then I was going to sell it 2 years ago. Just drove her on. There was nothing wrong with her.
Yeah,
she was
that's it.
fine.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Like
So I sold it when there was something wrong with her, like bolt tires.
Yeah, take her on, Shag.
So we got a couple from Brucey.
Oh, Bruce is shooting. Anyone who's a long time listener of the podcast knows how much we love the Ginger Bruce over in the land down under. So this is coming in hot from our boys. Ready? Let's go.
Rightio, kiddos, gather round. It's story time with Uncle Bruce. Now, it's a bit of a horror story, but I'm going to set the scene for you, okay? We're on a warm January night. It's a young Bruce. He's 16 years old. He's got a bit of a steady girlfriend who we experimented a lot. We were also like bloody rabbits. You couldn't get enough of it at that stage. We'd snuck out the back to a bungalow at the back of her parents' place. Now, it's quite a balmy night. So we start to get into it. We've got the fans going. I've got a few beads of sweat dripping down the brow, running down the back. And I like to think I'm putting on a good show here. I'm stopping halfway through. I'm playing the banjo with the meat puppet. And then I get back into it. And this night, I must admit, I must have lasted more than 45 seconds, probably because I've had about 8 wanks that day.
He's running on fumes.
Wait.
Now I'm giving it me best show. I'm giving her all the positions I know, all 3 of them. I gotta admit, I've learned everything that I need to know here off of VHS. We didn't have any of this fancy Pornhub in my day. Now, midst it, I smell this funny metallic smell. I didn't think too much of it. So we finish off. I go into the bathroom to wash off some bits and pieces and maybe get a cold flannel, throw on the brow. But no, I turn the light on and I look like a Zulu warlord who has covered himself in red war paint. It still haunts me to this day.
Yes, Bruce, you fucking champion.
Now, I'm not talking a little bit either. I genuinely, it looked like some sort of scene out of Gallipoli. I've got this stuff all over my face, war stripes, all up the chest. Honestly, a battlefield casualty. Looked better. I honestly don't know how they survive that time of the month with that sort of blood loss.
Gallons.
Oh, you fucking unreal.
Fucking hell.
Have you ever, I can put my hands up now and said, I have never blown the back out of my missus while she's been on the blob. It doesn't interest me.
No, I didn't do it to her because I'd done it to some previous.
Snap.
Yeah, I was
I'm not a
cunt.
fan.
Everyone always says,
mate.
oh, you're never a bloke till you got blood on your sword, mate.
Fuck that.
No, not in the fucking
No,
slightest.
I wouldn't say it was a fond hobby of mine, but I have, yeah.
You got needs.
I've drove her on a few times.
Yeah.
Just hit her on hard. Like, you know that same one I was saying about I ruin her anus? It was the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it,
it's-
like,
We're now happily married.
no, it was the
for
same
a
one. She
second,
was a
you
slag.
always do like different shit, don't you?
Yeah, you're just trying stuff out, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Right, next one coming in from our boy Meppy. I don't think he said don't mention my name, so fuck you. Here you go.
Bing bang.
Right, listen here. So, me and the missus, fucking, as you do, you know what I mean? Bit of online shopping, new butt plug rod, bosh. Have some of that. So, I says to the old girl, like, come on, let's have a fucking whirl then. So, over she turns, she's got the old butt plug in. I was like, whew, damn. Anyway, one with the old gem on the end there, like. So,
No, you're
keen
working
for
out,
it.
put that far out.
Fucking, as you do, fucking smashing her away. And like, I was just like rubbing the butt plug, just gently rubbing it. And she's like, oh, just push it a little bit harder. So as you do, just pushed it a little bit harder. Bang! The cunt went clean in her asshole.
Pass a gem. Cheers and gone.
And she was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Didn't know what the fuck to do. I was like, I don't know what to do. Don't know what the fuck to do. I was like, well, she like felt it about to go in, so she put her finger in there and managed to hold it to one side. So I was like, right, okay. I said to her, I was like, it's going to hurt, but I'm going to have to put my fingers in as well and try like pull the cunt back out, like fish it out. I never knew fucking butthole fishing was a thing, but I tried it. Couldn't get the bastard out. Anyway. So I said to her, I was like, maybe try force it out like you're having a shit, like push as hard as you can. No, that wasn't hurting. That wasn't helping, it was just hurting, sorry. In the end, she had to cake her arsehole in a lube and literally put 4 fingers in her little tight batty hole and pull the fucker out. I'm going to send a picture for evidence. Hold tight.
Yes, boy.
Just to confirm, I never got the picture. So Meppy's missus, you're safe.
I've got it here. He's my boy.
Oh, I love how that went from really sexual to really surgical. Like, real good. That was 0 to 100 real quick.
4 fingers in the batty hole.
She holds it over to one side, and he's got his other ones in there like, oh, I got it.
It's got her anchored, like.
I got the Jewish pebble.
Air Max is on.
Anchor the fuck point.
Right. Oh, fucking hell, Matt. All right, I got a whole heap load for this last load of voice notes I've got from Intake Driver. Right, let's have it. This is a heap load I've got now. Now, he's an ex-serviceman, so yeah.
Got some
you can,
stories,
You can
mate.
imagine how this is going to go.
Just another one quickly. When we was out in Germany, they have whorehouses opposite the camp. We come back from Iraq one time, and one of the boys decided to go across a whorehouse with his mate and choose up on one of the girls. He decides to he gets ready to blow his load all over her. Just as he's on his vinegar stroke and is about to shoot, she ducks out the way and he ends up spunking on his mate. Oh! Good night was had by all, I think. That didn't happen to me. It was happened to 2 other boys. But yeah, there's one. If you want to use it, it's up to you.
I don't know. I
That is like god tier whore shit, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeet.
I
Fire and
don't
hole.
God damn.
I've got
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
right. I got 4 more, so let's get on with it. Oh, no, that one. Really.
One of the lads on leave has a night out, wakes up in the morning, goes downstairs, starts making himself some breakfast. Mum comes down. Morning. Hey, you doing? Yeah, not too bad yourself. Aye, not bad. A couple of minutes later, footsteps come down the stairs. Who's that? The mother turns around and says, oh, I pulled last night. He's a bit young for me, but
His mother.
Yeah.
Dad turns around and says, right, happy days, Mum, you know what I mean? You're single, it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's a modern world. Round the corner comes one of the boys from the regiment. Turned out she'd pulled one of the lads from the regiment, and it got back to the boys, and from then on he was always known as Stifler.
Yes, that's fucking brilliant. That is fucking brilliant.
Fuck. Or a cunt.
Hold tight, I got 3 more.
Back on there when I was in the forces again, when I went to Weybetha or Weymouth.
Weybetha,
The lads had pulled a mother and daughter combo. And decided to bring them back to the camp.
The dream.
So, as they did.
Like a lorry
Now, obviously, they weren't allowed onto the camp, so I was driving at the time. And we stuck them in the boot of my Vectra and got them into camp.
Is this before or after he finished with them?
Yeah, but it was like 2 different lads. One had the mum, one had the daughter. So, yeah. Good night was had by all.
I can't. You're right there, darling.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
In the back of the van.
The back of the Vectra.
Shah.
Yes, all right or no?
Oh Jesus! Remember it was the SRI, wasn't it?
SRI.
The 2 litre red top.
Ah, see.
Is it red top? Hold on.
Yeah, it was.
red
Yeah,
top.
Yeah, boys.
Fucking hell. Right, going on.
One last one, and this is a bit of a strange one.
It's not the last one, there's one
Germany has the Reaper Bahn, and it's 3.5 miles of sex shops, strip joints, whorehouses, live sex shows. It's
Where's this?
fucking chaos.
Germany, apparently.
Right.
Now, my buddy Twinkle decided he was,
Keen shag.
for some reason, he couldn't decide if he was gay or not. So he, not because he fancied men, but he just didn't know if he'd like to have gay sex or not, apparently. So he decided to go to the Reaper Bahn and get done up the arse by a ladyboy to see if he liked it. And obviously that would answer the question. Turns out he didn't, but he decided then to take one of the boys with him at the time to make sure that it could be validated that he had been done up the arse and therefore he wasn't gay
Certified.
because he didn't like it.
People watch. I
So,
wasn't a
yeah.
homosexual.
British military, be the best.
I can confirm and vouch for this man that he did enjoy being done in the anus.
They got some stories, mine, aren't they, squaddies?
Oh god! So just going on from that, I'm going to read one out that he's written in from Intake Driver. Well, on home leave from the army, with my family, me and my GF at the time come home from a night out and decided to finish a night off in style. So I pop her on the newly installed kitchen worktops and have at it. We finished, and then being the nice lad that I am, I wipe down the worktop and go to bed. Next morning, my stepmom asked me if I know where the scratches in the door handles had come from. It turns out she had her stiletto heels on and using the drawer handles for support.
If she had Air Maxes, we'll have a problem.
Different story, shag.
Not good. But trying to get some good boy points back, I said I did wipe down the top. I did wipe down the top after to reply to which cloth did you use? That one on the side. The one I just wiped your father's coffee cup with. Next evening, my family at a family meal, my GF and my father, stepmom, uncle, auntie, and grandparents all sat around the table enjoying a Chinese. My grandmother asked, "Did you find out what happened to those straw handles?" To which my stepmother replied, "Me and my ex fucking," and she put my handles on them. My auntie replied, "How did she get her legs up there?" Without thinking, I said, I got it on camera, I'll show you later." To which my family wanted to see them. Hope you like that sort of thing. Keep up the great work. Keep on shagging wives and saving lives.
Yeah, bro.
That is a very open family. I got it on camera, I'll show you later, Mo.
That's
Straight in the
Wow.
family WhatsApp.
Shout out. I won't say it. Oh
right.
dear.
So I got one here from Yorkshire Field Sports.
Shoot.
Got dumped at my best mate's funeral. He was involved in an accident on the seafront where I lived. We were at the wake, and my girlfriend at the time said I was too depressing to be around.
What a piece of fucking shit.
Let's not go there.
Not
Let's
now,
not
love.
go there. Let's not go there.
Not now, love. It's not
There's a line, like I said before, lines you don't cross, pictures you chuck out, things you don't say. That's fucking one of them.
Light bulbs you don't take. Yeah.
I know the ones.
Certified piece of shit, mate. You don't need her.
Yeah,
No, I hope she's part of the bandana crew as well in 5 years.
that is fucking.
That's the fuck. Probably gonna get cut out.
Fuck her.
No, keep it.
Keep it. Fuck
keep
him. What are you
it.
going to do? Sack us?
What are you gonna do? Arrest me?
Piece of shit.
Who's gonna fire me? No cunt.
Have to catch me first.
I'm gonna whip it. Just for everyone's, just for like looking in the bar now. Reg has just started hanging off his mic.
Yes, he is. I told you that'd start.
Hour and 40 in. Red's like,
I haven't been this hard on the beers for a good few episodes, but I'm having a whale of a time now, and I will hang
Right.
off the mic as much as I please.
So Hawkin 84. I
Yes.
don't care if you want to become anonymous because you're not anymore, Shag.
If you didn't
Shag.
write, keep me anonymous in the fucking message, you're getting out.
oh, fuck off with your anonymous. Don't get me started on anonymous.
Well, he's packing the bags now.
I'm
like.
ominous. Right, Shag, I travelled 1 hour to see this maid. Like, just
She's Spanish?
pop down my house.
Tu el fuego, ya barra
No,
quema.
Mr. Barlon. No,
Doors creaking in the hidden room.
Oh.
She's
Right.
3 turns in. Get about, love.
Right, went down there, only started giving it to her. Look down there's a... Right, I'm going to start again. The cat in the hat. The cat in the hat.
So Marlon, take 2.
Pass it round, dude.
I travelled 1 hour to see this maid. The thing is, there's no punctuation.
No, it's your fucking fault.
Went down there, only just started giving it to her. Look down, there's her dog. He's staring at me. Obviously, I focus on the job in hand. Then, boom, her dog drops the deadliest fart you've ever smelled. Was close to throwing up. That stopped the show. Stay the night. Right, here we go. Back on it. Mid-job, dog jumps up and starts humping my fucking leg. That was the point I ghosted.
That's like that.
Got a long story short, he shit for an airbox. Another one? Oh god, no, not another one.
That's like that scene out of fucking Wolf of Wall Street, innit? Get off, Rocky! Get off! Fuck off, Rocky! He's there like shagging his legs. Did you just come? I just came.
Love that film for the record.
You get Margot Robbie's tits. So I mean, there's
God
no.
damn. I've got a couple. Can I do a couple?
Yeah,
You can do a
carry on.
couple.
So I've
Be better than my reading.
he's you might want to go anonymous, Shag. You never mentioned it.
No, fuck him. I told them all. I fucking said, make sure you tell me if
Right,
you want to
this
be anonymous or not.
This is one from Ross Humphreys. For anyone knows Ross Humphreys,
Full name? Can we have a date of birth there, Reg?
I'll give you his Instagram handle. Hang on.
National insurance number as well or not?
Hang on. So it's Ross Humphreys. Ross _ Humphreys 08. You wanted this. I'm giving it to you. You rolled the dice.
Right,
I'm
X.
playing the game. So me and the wife hired a shepherd's hut for the night.
Oh,
There
no.
was 2 huts there. Both had hot tubs. So later on in the evening, we were having a drink, me and the missus. So the people next door fucked off inside. So I thought, perfect. Now me and the wife can start playing about and she can get their big old titties out. So I started having a little dabble in the pool. She climbed on with them titties swinging in the cold air out of the water. Next thing, matey boy comes outside, looks straight over the fence. Didn't really know what to do, so I just put my hands up.
Give me your life, give me your life.
Oh, this from the stay alive. Next morning, we left at the same time. Turned to the missus, and I said, the weird thing is, that bloke that's walking behind us now, seen your tits swinging about last night. Funny enough, I never seen her get in the fucking car quick enough. You want it.
Fucking hands up, baby, hands up.
Give me your
I've,
love.
I've got an anonymous one, and it has at the beginning, this must be kept anonymous.
Oi, Sala.
Let's have an Instagram handle.
Right at the top.
Oh, yes, please. Yes.
I was about 18. You know, as soon as they say
It's
that.
going to be bad.
I know I was doing it at 18. My boyfriend at the time kept on and on and on about anal.
Oh,
Like we all do. You want to know, don't you? After a while, I said, okay. But he was a bit...
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Literally, you know. After a while, I said, okay. But he was a bit unprepared when I'd said, okay. So unbeknown to me, he had no lube. So he reached for
Rookie mistake.
So he reached for a bottle of sports massage oil that he picked up that day and thought, I'll improvise. Within a minute, I was running to the shower with a burning sensation.
Oh, fuck.
Turned out it had some sort of deep heat in it.
Oh, no!
Safe to say I'd never let him penetrate my anus again. Ever.
Oh, goddamn.
DP, he was running on the Radox mint tea tree.
That's it.
Oh, I love how that person sent that to you and not myself and Marlon.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting that. Interesting. Hey,
Didn't
thanks,
even
Keith.
see who it was.
Toucan, you fucking piece of shit.
So, going off the female theme, I've got one here from... Now, I really suck at pronouncing this name. It's...
But hang on, before you... I bet it's Siobhan.
No, it's close. It's not Siobhan. No, it's close. It's Fion. Fion. F-F-I-O-N. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Sorry.
Welsh.
Fion. I'm going to pronounce it Fion. Rule. Worst sex story.
Sorry, she wouldn't be anonymous there, Reg.
I'll read that. It's we say it at the bottom, yeah. No, but no, I don't think it does. So anyway, worst sex story with my ex that I had been with for probably 2 years when this happened. Midway through sex, he was on top and suddenly stopped. I asked what was wrong, and he hung his head over the bed and chundered all over the floor while still inside me. The most embarrassing part is that I still live with my parents, and because sick makes me feel sick, I had to go up and wake my mum up to clean it up. Fair to say, she took great pleasure in laughing at me, my ex, and the whole situation. I would also like to point out that the same ex passed out on a different occasion because he was so shit-faced. I was on top, going hell for leather, pleasing myself, and I only noticed when he went soft and fell out. Look down, he was fucking dead to the world. Share away, my darlings. Hopefully this will make people feel better about the terrible sexual encounters. Kiss, kiss. There's a little kiss that did it for the
Wakes
end.
the parents up middle of the night. Mother's got a sick bow. Old man's got the Air Maxes on.
Not now, for fuck's sake.
Not again.
Who is this useless piece of shit you brought home? You please, my daughter, get the fuck out.
No, Shag.
I can see her now giving it fucking...
In the Converse is like...
Hang on. What size are you? Shag, borrow these.
Brings out a big size bites.
I can see her on top giving it big rising trots, flicking the bean, and he's just pushing up Zeds.
I see.
There's Fion or whatever, and the wand plugged in the wall.
Oh, fuck me. Don't get me started about the fucking wand. The doll was in the mood the other night, like big styly. And, oh, God, I hope her fucking sister don't listen to this.
I hope she does. How you doing?
What was it you said at my wedding?
Not now. Not now.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I said to your wife's mother, here's my card. If it never works out, get her to give me a shout because it's a fine bloodline. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste. That is some fine selective breeding.
So we were going at it, and she was in the mood, and so we pulled out the fucking wand. Of course, the cunt had no charge here, and you know the one 'cause you bought. I bought you one.
You bought it. I delivered to my house.
Both by like. Hey Alexa, order one at Jake's house.
No, I couldn't because the fucking thing were flat, wasn't it? Now, in the words of Frankie Boyle, I was running around like a rapist with a 3-pin penis. Trying to find the fucking charge cable.
Something about the dark.
Could not find the cunt for love nor money, so I just went back to the old fucking spastic trigger finger, you know, Call of Duty.
Sarah
You see
will
one
pause
shot.
mode.
Yeah, that's it.
Back to playing Tekken, pressing all 4 at the same time. For the special move, like.
This is degenerated quickly. Oh.
You started.
Yes, I did. Right, let's go on to some more. You got the next one, Marlon? I'm looking at. You find one. If not, I've got one. Oh, my
Right,
fucking.
so we got one from Anonymous, allegedly.
Oh, not this gun again.
Oh yeah, he does.
Get your fucking balls out of her handbag, Shag.
Right. Yes, Marlon.
Marlon's had a couple of beers. Ready to go.
Give him another bit of
No,
piss.
yeah, don't like that. Right, so
That's getting cut.
No, it's not.
You won't leave that in.
You won't leave that. Right, so he'd worked on doors for 6-7 years now, and when he was 18, he ran the door of a local pub. One night, an older group of women came in, mid-40s, all MILFs. One of them knew my mum and used that as a conversation starter.
Classic.
As the night went on, the more she'd flirt and try her luck, until I got an Instagram message request from her saying, "So, are you taking me home then?"
Oh,
Hang on, this mother.
yeah.
This is
Some MILF that knew his mum.
yeah.
Mother's friend.
That's it. That's the one.
That's the one Danny Ann Sammer's party on a Tuesday night, like.
Yes.
One with a glass of wine. Turning the stereo up.
Getting Kenneth out like.
My husband's such a bitch.
So
He don't
she
think I know
didn't
about those
speak.
women he'd be fucking on the way home from work. I know.
She didn't speak to him until he replied to the message. So he ended up taking her back to her flat, fucking her, got a cab home while I was asleep next morning. Didn't see her for a few months after that. Fast forward a month, got a match on Tinder, ended up going out for the night with this girl. Got to about 10.
No.
And she asked if I wanted to go back to her.
No, you just know where this is going. That's the
Yeah.
worst part.
So I agreed, as I knew I'd be getting my end away, and be silly not to. Ended up staying the night there. When I got up in the morning, walked into the kitchen to leave through the back gate. Guess who was in the kitchen? The MILF I fucked a few months before. It was this girl's mum. He said he's never shat himself so much in his life. Ignored her, ran to his car. That I got a lot of words for that, really.
Imagine that awkward conversation around the breakfast table the next morning.
So I know what your pussy looks like. I know what your mom's pussy looks like.
He's like, where's the bathroom, Joe?
Hey,
Further
yo.
left, I already know.
Hey, yo, take me out for dinner.
Yeah, there's got to be a wanky flush. I've been here before.
And not pissed in the sink, but
You gotta hold that button in real.
Taking the curtains off.
give us a courtesy flush. Prime her out, give her the big you on a second time.
Oh, right. He's got one more story from this bloke. So I was on a night out with a group of mates. It got to about 2 a.m. and my mates had had enough and wanted to leave. But I'd seen a girl that I went to school with and a group of friends. So I decided to stay out with them for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I know.
Got
We've all been there.
Yeah, I
haven't
know
we?
where you're going with this.
got comfortable with one of her friends and she offered me to go back home with her and her mates to her mate's house. As there was a few of them and her parents were away, night was not going well. I was smashed. I got back to her house and we were staying in her friend's mum and dad's bed. I was so drunk that I literally passed out and nothing came of that night. There must have been someone watching over me that morning because I woke up to a blowjob from this random girl I'd come home with, even though I'd passed out the night before. Things got heated, ended up in doggy with her, and I started to feel a bit sick and thought nothing of it. Just a hangover. About 2 minutes later, I projectile vomited over this girl's back. All over her friend's mum's and dad's bed and in her hair. It was fucking everywhere. I pretty much died of embarrassment. I got up and went home and turned out it was a sickness bug, not a hangover. But I never told her why I'd thrown up or why I never spoke to her again. Couple weeks went by. I was on the door and this girl and her friends were doing a pub crawl golf shit. Walked to the pub and she noticed me and just blanked me completely. About 2 hours went by and she comes out in tears, full Hulk mode. full Hulk mode on me, screaming every name of the sun, telling me I made her feel disgusting because because in her eyes I was fucking her and threw up, and she thought it was because of her and not because I was ill. How much of a bad image must you have of yourself?
It's just not what I'm looking for.
This pussy trash.
I would have definitely told her that I had a sickness bug, and it was not because of her.
It's not you, it's me.
I didn't really know how to
It's not you, it's me.
talk to her as she was pissed, and I blocked her on everything to avoid the conversation. So I have to say,
Again.
safe to say, I haven't seen her again, and hopefully never do again. Holy shit!
Right, scumbag, get your fucking balls out.
That is fucking horrendous.
It's not you, it's me. Please don't take the furniture.
All right, I got one here from old Agri Mick.
Yeah.
So he says, well, it was years and years ago. The bird I was with got a bit odd.
We know.
In the end, found out she was cheating on him. Fast forward 10 years, me and the now wife was looking at a wedding venue. That's when karma hit. The lad she ducked off with decided he wanted to be trans. Karma takes its time, but it will come round.
That's just painful. There's nothing good about that.
10 years later. Wow.
She turned him.
Right. I got the next one coming in from, oh no, got to keep this one anonymous as it's on the edge of naughty. He said, I think I may have already told you this in the doghouse previously. Story of how I lost my brown wings. Back in the younger days, I took a bird back to the static caravan. This is...
Chippo.
This is... Yeah, drive during mister.
What the fuck do you about caravan? It's got no wheels.
Like dogs.
You're a real big fella, aren't you? Kids, how big is he?
Yeah, lovely set of pots and pans on here. Can't take her back on the boat. They charge me task on it, so you must take it now. You've never seen it. You've never seen a deal. So there's a generator here, so there is. The generator is German made. You can see the quality. £400 cash. I'll give you a check. You must write paid in cash on the back. That's how it goes in Ireland.
Or 20 in euros.
Yeah, no, it's got to be in euros, sir. I've dealt with a few. Anyways, many drinks later, we're getting into it. I'm pumping away, giving her the best 2 minutes of her life, and all of a sudden she yells, "Stop! Stop! I'm going to be sick." Next to the bed where we were was a window. She bursts it open, hangs out, and starts chucking up. I'm knelt on the bed thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Out of the corner, I spot a bottle of Durex Play. I look left and see the back end of the bird, and I have a little giggle to myself, grab the lube, give it a couple of good pumps on her ass. And with one big thrust, I hear this noise of her throwing up. It's, oh, oh! And that is how I lost my anal virginity.
Yes.
Good Christ, man.
Send her home.
He saw his opportunity and full send.
Well, I mean, there's opportunities.
She was already spewing. What else was going to happen?
She didn't even notice.
There's opportunists and there's rapists, and there's a fine line in between.
We'll let you decide, listeners.
Vote now.
Marlon, you poll.
Marlon's gone. I don't know what the soundboard is. He's gone for a piss.
Keep my name out the fucking mouth!
I'll just hit that one. That'll do.
Nice. God alive. That takes a certain... yeah.
They want that anonymous.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Fuck it, out him. What's his name?
I know where you live. I know where your kids live.
Similar to the bloke before, I worked at the door, had a pole dancer in.
Fucking bounce. It's always bouncers, isn't it?
Is it?
hang on.
Worse
Sorry,
for it.
when are those bouncers going out to you fighting Ukraine? They think they're the hardest cunts on the block, aren't they? Show them your fucking badge!
What did you do it? You've done a bouncer episode.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Last one, but this
Oh,
week's
I
came out.
apologise.
Yeah, no, they always
Still
get
cunts.
no, they always get bullied at school. They're cunts.
Gone to the gym, puff his chest out. Show him your fucking badge!
Mr. X, we love you.
Yeah, DCI Hastings. I don't think...
Ted, if we love you really.
Sorry.
So,
Not sorry.
working the door, had a pole dancer and was looking after
You know,
her.
as you live.
She wanted to go in and change, and I went to the manager's office.
Change? Don't wear fuck all to start off with.
I did my job not to stare at her all night dancing. She wanted me to fuck her there.
Some burgle, Chantel, Isle of Wight. He's there dropping 20s down her knickers. We've all been there.
She wanted me to fuck her there in the manager's office on the desk. Had a thing for a few months and ended up working at the same strip club until our relationship was found out. Lost touch with her and found out that she now does scat porn. If anyone that doesn't know what
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Google it. That's enough said. Just Google it.
just Google scat porn.
Yeah,
I mean, just make sure you've got a VPN on.
Safe search.
Safe search,
Images off.
Would not recommend. So the next one's from our I know.
Sponsor.
Should we keep it anonymous or not?
Do what you want,
fuck
babe.
them. If they haven't said it,
Right.
fuck them.
Next one's from Gregulate. First time.
I was outside of school. No, I'm joking.
Well, you say that.
It was a difficult wank, but not impossible.
Right.
Just wait.
So it's his first time. He was 15 up the woods. And accidentally went straight in the wrong hole.
Oh,
What, an anus?
in the
anus.
in the annals, in the rusty
Bang,
shower.
bang, bang, and annals.
So basically,
Sheriff's badge. Johnny. Tell you about it. Jolly's are you?
right, Carl. So we didn't finish, and both awkwardly walked home in their separate directions.
Big bang 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 in another man's annals.
Jolly's are you? Pony, pony. Rusty Sheriff's badge.
Hang on a minute, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
See, just winking at you.
This cunt's crying.
I'm done.
For all of you listeners that can't see, this cunt's crying.
Oh my god, I'm done.
Can I have a beer, please, Reg?
Oh yeah, man. You can read out the next one from Trucker
Right.
Matt.
So next one comes in from one of our long-term listeners, Trucker Matt. One amazing Friday night, I'm on my way back into the yard from Dartford. Pull into Cobham for a 15-minute snooze. Wake up to a missed call from the missus. So ring her back. She's only just panning. No, all right. Okay, that's his. Sorry, I'm reading here, but his spelling's
Sorry,
not.
we got an interpreter from Martin.
So she's planning a threesome with her best mate
Right.
after the works Christmas party. He's thinking this shit ain't gonna happen. Cut to Saturday night, 3 of us are heading back to a hotel. Fucking quality night. That was what led on to swinging, and I tell you now, if you haven't tried swinging, you're missing out. Fucking love my missus.
Fucking fair
And that
play.
was from Tubbs, age 45 and a half.
Who's that from?
That was Trucker Matt.
Fair play. That no anonymous. I like that. I got
That
a lot
is
of fucking time for
Straight
that.
in.
I even asked him.
Fair
me up on the
play.
website.
No fucking fair play, brother.
So our next one comes in from Ryan Davis.
This is fucking brilliant.
So he warms us up a little bit. Got a cracker for you boys. A couple of years ago, got a match on Tinder. Local girl.
Free case.
Chatted for a few days, seemed proper. So we arranged to go for some drinks one evening. As I said, I'd pick her up from hers. When I arrived, dropped her a
Weatherspoons,
message
Wells.
saying I'd arrived. Wasn't sure which house it was. She said she was just finishing getting ready. She'd be out in a minute. Thought nothing of it. As like everybody knows, their missus is fucking terrible at getting ready. So 10 minutes passes, drops her another message again, asking if she was all right. She again said she'd be out in a minute. Sat there, looking into the darkness ahead of me. See 2 blokes with balaclavas walking towards me. So I panic. Start up the old VW. Put my lights on. See another 8 or so blokes with balaclavas. Pretty sure he saw some baseball bats too. They all then started running after him. Shagged the Polo into reverse, flat out, limit bouncing down the street, backwards, got away. Date was a disaster.
Bastards. Cunt. Stitch up, innit?
Yeah, that is proper.
I never even thought of that. That's the scary thing.
Stitch up for what? What are they going to take?
No, they set.
You don't think it's wanky polo? I doubt it.
Catch me first.
I'm sorry, he's got a 6 spoiler on that.
So what you're saying is they set him up.
Yeah. To rob him.
I bet it's a fucking 6M polo as well.
Bet she was 15 at a push.
No, hang on. You're not getting the story. The robbers were texting him.
What are they going to take? What are they going to take? It's Ryan, if you're right there, tell me what you had to take.
Oh, fucking hell. That's horrendous, though, really. That's something I've never thought about. Never thought about. Right. So, next one is, she literally put it at the start. Hen from the Somerset Hunters.
Yes, Hen. I knew she'd bring the goods.
I have a breakup and an awful sex story rolled into one.
Oh, we already know he has a micro penis.
And the best part is she starts it with many moons ago. I was seeing this bloke for a while, and he was great. We got on really well, and the sex was decent. Unfortunately,
Yeah, decent. I'll sick that.
he would
donk on it.
Unfortunately, he binned me off on a Friday and Saturday nights, and it was
They
recently.
hooked up with me back on me Sunday evening. This went on for 3 months.
He's really starting to piss me off anyway. So I packed his stuff up from my house and dropped it at his mother's and ended it. I don't know how, but we ended up bumping into each other on a weekend, and as you do, went home together. Now, I made it as plain as I possibly could that this was the breakup sex we didn't get to have, etc. And it would never happen again.
P.S. Don't come in me.
It was all great. It was all going great, and we had all made the right noises, pulled strange faces, climaxed, and then he cried.
He cried
Hate
in
when it
capital
happens.
letters.
He cried a lot, and it was fucking awkward. I did not know what to say or what to do.
Shout out, Ed.
Oh,
I don't know which one I'm first.
I don't know what to say.
Just clear it up. Has anyone here actually ever cried after?
After sex,
Out your fucking mouth!
I've come so hard that I nearly cried.
Fred's got a full cerebral palsy, man. It's tears of joy, honest. Never cried though. Like,
Not
Marlon, you've gone quiet.
Not emotionally.
No,
Physically.
No,
Emotionally,
I've
mentally.
never physically cried.
No, like I said,
I have like you felt my soul.
You felt your
leave
soul
my-
drain out
yeah.
of your toes.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Usually
yeah.
when, it's usually when Holly wanks me off left-handed.
The stranger.
It is. What she did, she has to warm me up with the right first. Quick, change sides, quick.
comes in with the mistress.
The Benny Hill music.
There we go.
Right,
Don't know what it
I
is.
got two more. Two more before we square this off. Right. Are we ready? This one comes out from Chunky out in Germany, the sender of our delicious beers that we had recently.
Delicious and
Big up,
nutritious.
Yeah, he is Chunky, and he's out in Germany.
Somebody has to be.
With a squaddy mate over in Germany. Place is called House 65. Keith must know it. Local whorehouse. I'm in one room banging a hooker. Mate's next door. He fired a load early and decided to raid my room. He runs in while I'm balls deep, grabs my clothes and the whore's clothes, and leaves the building like Usain Bolt. The whore starts beating me up with a baton.
Oh.
I grab a hand towel, cover me parts, and run like fuck down the street. Naked. 0300, you can tell he's a fucking squaddy. 0300 with a whore and a fat pimp after me. Thank fuck I could run. Funny times. You paying now? Where? Bring those clothes back. That's very rude of me to assume that he was like that. He may not have been. He may have been.
Probably was.
Slovakian.
It definitely wasn't German though, was he?
Oh dear.
Might have been Argentinian.
They've had enough. They've had enough.
Where's my white flag?
No, that's it. I think that is.
I got one more.
Okay, go.
So, it comes from Anonymous.
For fuck's sake.
Fucking
Yeah.
anonymous.
He's a
So-
naughty boy.
Little bitch.
With a bird for just under a year. One night, go out to the local club. Everything's all good until we get outside. she's got a fucking cob on. So he leaves her there.
Chill.
Like
Cheers and gone.
Cheers and gone.
she was with her mates. He left her there. Got back to his house, which wasn't that far from the club. Goes to bed. Hour later, there's bang at the door. It's the fucking bird.
I thought you were going to say it's the motherfucking drug police.
Better than sheriff.
No, it's the fucking bird. So obviously he's living at his parents at this point. Goes downstairs, asks her what the fuck she wants. She is like proper fucking irate by reading this. I don't want to read everything out.
Psycho mode, like.
Full psycho.
She's taking everything in the
Full psycho
fucking
mode.
in the drawers, leaving a teaspoon. Like,
Yeah,
She took a lot, the blinds, the curtains.
that's
the
it. All the
picture of
light,
a dog.
all the light
The
bulbs,
fucking barbecue.
even the dog bed.
And the lead. Actually, doesn't even have a dog. That's worth a bit about him.
So
Enough of that, Marlon.
Yeah, she shuts the he shuts the door, and she's trying to smash it down. He opens the door again. She basically runs at his car with a stiletto. He rugby tackles her.
what is happening in this story?
It sounds like the poor end of Sorry,
Say
Marlon,
that.
cut.
Can't say that. Right, so she's running at the car. He rugby tackles her to stop her sticking a stiletto in the side of his fucking car. Next thing you know, somebody else's dad's turned up and taken her home.
What? What is the reason for it?
What was the reason? Why the fuck is up with people?
Quite clearly, she was a psycho ass piece of shit.
People
Was he
just-
gone out of her? And he just stove her in, Marlon, tried to ejaculate and evacuate.
He was with her for nearly a year.
I don't understand. People,
Imagine if it was 10 years and the kids, child maintenance writ all over it.
I have a very close friend that has made a fucking career out of sticking his dick in crazy. Like, that is his thing. But I just can't understand it. I know the sex is wild, but you've got, like, if you're not shagging, then you got to put up with that fucking
Emotional
24/7.
damage.
23 and 59 minutes, 15 of the
Sometimes
day.
maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. Right, anyway, that is all the sex stories and horrendous shit that you have sent
I mean,
us.
it's not all of them, but it's what we can jam into this.
Yeah, I'm going to say we're trying to keep it as close to 2 hours as we can. So, yeah, we appreciate it, everyone. Thank you ever so much.
Yeah.
Right.
You're all fucking beautiful humans.
You absolute scumbags, a lot of you.
Definitely certified.
It's been a very eye-opening episode, if anything.
I
fucking...
mean, we heard some shit.
Yes, I'm 3 parts pissed, but before we finish up, Snaker. There's a little serious bit before we finish up. I know we haven't really touched on the Russia-Ukraine thing because we try and keep this vaguely
No
light.
politics, Reg.
Vaguely, it's nothing to do with politics. It's fucking. You feel that? That's war. Try to keep this vaguely light-hearted, but Snake, let's talk about what your lot are doing at the moment. When I say your lot, your industry.
Yeah, I've been in contact with a few this week that have been doing the. I don't know. You boys have probably seen it on Instagram, the Ukrainian aid stuff.
Yeah.
I was just sort of intrigued about it because I don't know. I've been following it. Have you been following the old news app like every day, see what's going on and all that
Sky
sort of
News,
stuff?
501 drill.
And I was quite interested by it, and I contacted a few people this week that I spoke to that have actually done the aid runs. So I just wanted to shout out really to a couple of the haulage companies that I know that have done the aid, because at the moment, you know, with the diesel and the AdBlue prices and shit's not cheap, and when these people are sacrificing their vehicles off the road, you know, drivers' wages, that sort of stuff. So I just got a few here that I know. I just want to shout out to BH Cecil and Son, BM Transport from Ireland, Philip Judge, Wayne's Transport. That's just a few of them that have done the Ukrainian aid stuff. I got a few pictures on here that I'm going to show the boys when we finish.
We'll have them up on the Insta.
But, you know, sometimes you have to take a little bit of a step back and realise that these people are in a situation where, you know, they're desperate and they don't want our help, but they need it. You know,
They're proud people. Anything I think we can do to help.
You know, I was talking to, I mean, you read one of his stories out earlier. I was speaking to a mate of mine this week, Meppy. Shout out Meppy, top boy. He did an aid run, and he sent me the criteria, sort of stuff that he was carrying in his trailer. You know, first aid kits, thermal blankets, tracksuits, hygiene products, medicine, ladies' hygiene, nappies, baby food, formula milk, tins of food. You're not talking the luxuries. You're talking the basic stuff.
Essential.
Bare essentials.
Yeah.
In you know, and we're not very good at putting ourselves in other people's situations. I mean, I'll show you these pictures in a minute when we finish, but it puts a lump in your throat. I don't care who you are. It's sad to see these people in this situation because, you know, 3 months ago, these people were living in freedom. They had their own country. They were proud people.
Normal life.
And now, you know, they don't want to leave where they're to.
No, I completely understand that.
And you get upset just talking about it. But all I want to say is, whether you're putting £1 in a pot that you see in a shop, or you're donating some clothes or food, or you're helping with your aid, anything that you are doing for these people is fucking brilliant. So just carry on doing what you're doing. We all see what you're doing. You know, shout out to all the boys I know. Shout out to the boys at Wayne's Transport, Aaron and all the boys.
Shout out to Jem.
Yeah, Jem. All the boys at Cecil's. You've done a fantastic job. You've done a fantastic job in representing us as hauliers. You know, I'm proud to just know you. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Like, really.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, I really appreciate that. And it is hugely important. I know we don't really touch on a lot of, like, not too much political stuff, like you was trying to pull me away from, which is fair. But yeah, what's going on over there
It's a
is
serious situation that needs a serious input, and I don't know how it's going to end.
The response to it's been fantastic, like Jake said. It's fucking insane. So got nothing but love for them people. Nothing but love. So yeah,
as a country, we're fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, as Zelensky said himself, he said we are. What did he say, Jay? I think you have a.
He done a little speech this week, and he said that he'd during all this he's found a friend and an ally, and that is in the United Kingdom. And also, when he was stood at the podium before he stood down, in the same breath, he also said, "Macron, it has also become very apparent to me that you realise that Russia is a threat to France, and you are a coward."
Everybody already knows this.
They had the arms laid down before the fucking first shot was fired.
Yeah, that's it. You're like they were already
Fuck 'em.
in full fucking surrender mode before anything even happened.
Bed sheets were hanging out the windows like before it kicked off.
Same as they passed.
There will be no white flag above my door.
Right, beautiful. Right, I think that's about us done, isn't it?
I reckon we're ready to.
Beautiful. Right, thank you everyone for listening. I've been fucking Reg.
I've been Marlon.
I've been Snaker.
I've been Kyle.
Slava Ukraine. Don't forget to moisturize. Cheers!